Madam Speaker, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Delegate Byron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate Byron, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as we continue to see media reports about Governor Northam's failure to get vaccines distributed in our Commonwealth, an old saying comes to mind: failing to plan is planning to fail. Madam Speaker, our governor has failed to plan, and in doing so has created a massive failure that will cost some Virginians their lives. Delegate Scott, yesterday you mentioned that you lost a loved one, and I just wanted to say to you, I'm so sorry for your loss and so many others that have lost their lives from this virus. I too have lost some family members and some close friends. But let's talk facts. And this is not about criticism. This is about the fact that our state is responsible for the distribution of this vaccine. The federal government turned that responsibility over to our states because we know better how to manage our states and how to take care of those that are within our state. So it's our responsibility to do that. Virginia has been allocated 1.5 million doses, first and second doses, for the general and long-term care facilities. 925,425 have been ordered for the first and second doses, yet only 290,071 have gone into arms, with just 35,239 second doses administered. And only about 44,000 long-term care residents have been vaccinated. Virginia has received that many doses and only that many have made it into arms. That leaves more than 400,000 doses available that have not been administered. The governor and his team say those numbers don't reflect reality and that the Commonwealth is actually doing better than 45th in the nation in terms of percentage of doses delivered. I hope for the sake of the Commonwealth and her citizens that that is true. Even if it is, it's not good news. The federal authorities that are allocating doses will soon begin to do so on the basis of how many shots each state has managed to give. Unless the governor and his team get more shots in arms or make a better report of their cases, Virginia will receive fewer doses. Members defending the governor have attempted to lay the blame for this failure at the feet of the president, which is very interesting since every other state in the union is dealing with the same federal programs and the same president. West Virginia does not have a different federal program to deal with, yet they were at the top of the list. They do have a governor, however, who planned ahead. The governor looked at the situation, he applied common sense. The virus is killing senior citizens, so they go to the front of the line. As he told CNBC, when you're counting cattle, don't count the legs and divide by 4, just count the cows. Keep it simple. They relied on existing pharmacies and their National Guard to get infrastructure in place before the vaccines were ready. We knew about this back in July. They didn't have to wait on Washington. When the vaccines came in, they put needles in arms. We have known about this for a long time, and we've known about it since May that 7 potential vaccines were in the pipeline. We've known since December 14th that 2 were approved and ready to go for us. We also know that this governor had no plan in place to get those shots in arms. As vaccines first began to arrive in Virginia, this team and the governor were still trying to figure out who should get the shots. Democrats have resisted any effort to rein in the governor's powers. He has all but unchecked authority over this program now. But with the power comes the responsibility to produce results. And we have not seen the results that our constituents are demanding. We're not seeing the results that they deserve. Having said all that, it's time for this body to demand accountability from this governor. Our constituents are dying, and this governor sat for weeks spinning his wheels trying to figure out who should get the vaccine. Perhaps it should have been the people most likely to die. Thank you. Meeting adjourned. The time for excuses is over. Governor Northam and his team should get shots into arms faster, or they should step aside and make room for someone who can. Thank you, Madam Speaker.